I think I said I was coming on at 12:45 and I was 12:46, so I am prompt because I was here. So happy March 13th, 2025. I am here. Hello, Kelly. Hi, Victoria. Hi, Tori. Kelly, Victoria, Tori. How's everyone feeling today? Hi, Liz. Hi, Amanda. Liz, Amanda. Cramping in my neck suddenly, but my entire body hurts. Hi, John Kelly. How are you? I was thinking about you this morning. Sherry Kaufman. Sherry K. Robin. Hi, Robin. John. Not the answer you wanted. Did I get an answer for something? Forget everything that happened already. Hi, Chandra. How much do you know about the Nephilim? Nephilim, is that them? Them they're aliens who were here before us? Anyone? I don't believe in history as we know it. B sent me a video this morning about that in history and stuff, and I was like, thank you for sending this. This re-interested me, but I will say I spent the morning watching or listening to mostly a series on Abraham Lincoln, and I was like, I want to run for president again. I do. But things aren't like they used to be, and things were shitty back then. I didn't realize that there was like 70, I think I wrote it down. 70 acts of violence in Congress between the North and the South between 1830 and 1860. Like violent acts, stabbings and shit like that. Did you guys know it? Things were wild back then too. I'm doing okay, thank you. I mean, I've seen better days, for sure, guys. Like, I've seen better days. But hi, Connie. I hope I didn't miss anybody. So, you know, I'm a chatty Cathy. It gets talking. But, I forget his name. Anyways, Connie B. I was just mentioning you. Were your ears ringing? That's something people say. Oh, you were using the pendulum in the beginning and dropped it. Oh, see, I don't remember what I was. Oh, yes, because I was looking to find my tie to Abraham Lincoln. I'm like, you know what? I never asked the pendulum questions for myself. I'm going to start doing that. So first I started with, was I married Todd in a previous lifetime? And it said no. I was like, thank God. Because from what I hear, although there were many redeeming qualities about her, she was a little much. But did you guys know that Abraham Lincoln, and Mary Todd actually, but Abraham Lincoln lived in depression? I mean, his mom died, his sister died, his first soulmate love died. That's who I think I am, actually. That's what I was asking. Anyways, hello, everyone. Rebecca, I was thinking about you this morning. I saw some Michael Jackson stuff. But anyways, do you guys remember what we talked about yesterday? And did you have any opportunities to go look into the connection between the chief of police in Las Vegas, who then, during the shooting, then was the police of chief in Maui during the fires, which I talked about. And I'm like, something seems fishy here. And then now is brought about in these cases with Diddy. You guys, how long do you feel human trafficking has gone on for? Hi, Doug. Oh, thank you, Robert John. I think they're RH negative, the Nephilim. Now, by Googling the Nephilim, they weren't nice. No? Is that true? What do you know about them? Anyways, oh no, my list. You know what? I'm going to tear this paper out because otherwise I'm going to get confused. Have anybody seen any new videos from Casey Anthony on TikTok? I haven't. Have you guys? I'd like to see how she's doing. Murderous woman. My ears ring sometimes when my boss is trying to call and text. I'm not paying attention to my phone. Okay. Set aside. B. Doug. Okay, here's my list, guys. And then I got to go to the dentist, and then I have work. So I'm going to look like shit by the time I get to work, but that's okay. I don't mind. Oh, man, RH negatives. Yeah. Are you RH negative? It would be interesting if you were. I had a feeling you were talking about me. See? I think human trafficking has always been around. Exactly. 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 But when was the beginning of time? You guys. Okay, so the Anunnaki are good ones? Oh, gosh, I don't know. Anyway, anyways, I was messing with my pendulum, whom I love and adore. I love my copper ones. I like crystal ones, too. I use those for healing and stuff, but I also use them for divination. But when it's my go-to, I always love my copper pendulum. Anyways. All right, guys, so today we're going to talk about how to be happier and some habits to make or break us, I guess. I don't know, but we're also going to talk about the news. Not that it's fun because the news is weird. And then two, B, I want to ask you, or anybody actually, if you guys can help me to understand something here that I'm having a hard time understanding. And that's okay. I don't have to understand everything, which is why I ask for help. Do you remember that in school? Like if you didn't understand something, you felt like just a total loser. I remember that in school. That's why I hated school, because I wasn't meant to understand all the human shit, you know? I'm meant to know more expansive stuff. That's why I would read about whatever I wanted to when I was a young girl. And that's why I'm so smart. Just like Abe. Just like Abraham Lincoln. You know, he didn't go to college. He was a self-made man, guys. Why don't we have presidents like that anymore? Somebody who's been through some shit, not spoon-fed. Shit like that. Anyway. Hi, Christina. Heard the reason... Oh, hold on. Heard the reason Prohibition started was because people use alcohol as energy for their homes. Oh, that kind of energy. Oh, no kidding. The Prohibition. I liked it for the reason of not having, look, I'll say it, and I used to be a drinker. I don't like alcohol for people. I don't. I loved it for myself when I was drinking, but understanding the spiritual impacts and the mental impacts and emotional impacts that alcohol has, I don't like it. So I've heard that too. The reason, yeah, it's so wild. But look, the thing is, and this is funny because I was watching something else this morning and I think it was on Hulu. And when I say watching, I'm working on my schedule. I'm doing text and everything else. So that's why I'm like, I get bits and pieces. But Web of Make Believe on Netflix. And somebody was talking about the reason why people talk about conspiracy theories is because us as primates, or whatever the French they said, was like, we have to come up with some sort of logical thinking. And when there isn't a logical explanation, I'm like, no, we are coming up with conspiracies because we have done research and we have looked into shit and we say the shit doesn't make sense, you know? But anyways, I just hate when anyone dumbs down like the fact that we talk about 5G and 5G is a serious freaking issue, but you're a conspiracy theorist if you talk about 5G and chemtrails. You know, it's so wild to me. And there's the division of the people and who want to be expansive, drop the ego, see more, and then there's those who don't, you know? So if you see the president's lineages are linked to the crown, some 12-year-old figured it out. I believe that. Well, that's the thing is, I mean, when we first came over here to America, you know, we were under the rule of kings and queens and shit. And then all this started happening. So here's what I watched today. Lincoln Divided We Stand. I found it on Discovery Plus. I'm a few episodes in, but I have a whole new... It's an angle of which I haven't seen before in a lot of this stuff. There's a lot of Abe's personal stuff, but a lot of stuff in history too that I was just like, I had no idea. So anyways, we only know what we've been taught. And that comes down to this whole earth experience. And I say it all the time. It drives me bonkers when people are like, well, in school I learned. I'm like, so what if you learned it in school? I could set up a school. I could erase earth. I could set up a school and I could be, here's what you're teaching everybody. And that's what you're taught forever. And that's what you're going to believe. And it could be that there's, you know, a big blue unicorn in the sky that is in charge of us all. It doesn't matter. But that's all you've ever heard. That's all you're ever going to know. But anyways, it's wild. So that doesn't even faze me anymore. If I had clothing line called Conspiracy Theory, I would wear it exclusively. I love that so much. I don't believe we have left the rule of the crown. I think that's another illusion we have been taught. Ooh, really? Well, where does that go back to? And how does it tie to the Rothschilds? You know? Hi, Susan Sailor. You're back from Florida? Didn't find a man yet? I guess it's just going to be me and my dog. Well, for now, honey. But, you know, we attract those things when we put lots of work in. We're not living in our stinking thinking or any negative stuff. We're being kind to ourselves. We're understanding that our frequency will attract what we're meant to. Right? Lots of missed opportunities in life. But the good thing is, a lot of the time when things pass us by, there's always something better if we continue to work on ourselves. You know? Sending you lots of love. I have lineages linked to presidents of the crown. Oh, no. Ugh. That makes sense to me, though. Hollyweird was established. I'm sorry. I did the research on that shit, too. And Hollyweird, for sure, is to influence us. And, I mean, just look at it now. Guys, we got no morals. We got no values. If your ass ain't hanging out or if you're not wearing pasties on the red carpet, nobody's looking at you. Nobody's talking about you. We're teaching our kids it's okay to wear this shit and to act like, you know, just back to Ice Spice. I ain't the shit. I'm the shit. I'm the fart. Whatever it is that she's saying is absolutely ridiculous. Right in front of the Eiffel Tower with her ass hanging out and stuff. Like, I'm like, what happened to us? We used to wear full coverage dresses, and now this is where we are. Hi, Nicole. So to explain why I believe that our relationship to the ground. Ooh, yes. I know it's hard, right? Well, on YouTube, there was an option when I was starting the video, which I hate YouTube, by the way, but there was an option when I was starting the video to include someone. And I was like, okay, I could do that sometime. I don't know. Anyway, so back onto the other things. I will say though, you guys, it's too much. Like you almost need a whole room dedicated to like hanging shit on the wall with those red yarn strings and shit to connect everything. But I promise you, I've only been looking into all this shit based on my intuition for about, I don't know, 5-6 years, maybe with all of it, the weird stuff, you know? And the more I look into it, the more I research, and the more that to me feels right and truthful to me, my intuition, the more I go, what in the shit is happening here? What is happening? This is bananas. But also just in the realm of crazy thoughts and possibilities, like a lot of this shit started, or at least became, you know, more prevalent and aware and in our face right around COVID? Is it because we all were bored and had nothing to do and blah, blah, blah? Or is it because we're in a simulation and the virus was actually a virus? Am I right? I'm just kidding. Anyways, Facebook scrolled page, Florida Skywatchers. The admin was saying they took, yeah, I did. And I commented on it. Actually, Robin, I never comment on anything, but I commented on that. And I was like, yes. And they're also removing our live videos after 30 days. So I said something because I was just like, you know, I hate Facebook. But that's it. If you say anything, if you do anything, everything is to keep us censored. But here's what I wanted to ask about, actually, because, you know, it's funny. You see a lot back and forth about a lot of different things. But here's what I want to understand. So good news, if you guys didn't know about this. So no tax, no problem. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick got candid about President Trump's tax plans in a new interview. So Trump wants no taxes for people who make less than $150 a year. Anyone making more than $150? You don't have to say so here, but most people don't, right? I know what his goal is. No tax for anybody who makes less than $150K a year. That's his goal, and that's what I'm working for, he says. And also, how about no tax on tips? How about no tax on overtime? How about no Social Security? How about those things? Sounds wonderful. That's on Fox News. Then I went over to ABC this morning and I was like, let's see what's going on there. And oh my God, it was like squashing all the happiness I had in me for a second. And it's like the Trump administration is ending a $1 billion program that allowed food banks and schools to purchase food from local farmers. The Agriculture Department, USDA, confirmed to ABC News. So this was part of my disruption this morning that I felt. And I was like, this is why I want to run for president. Although there's no winning here on earth. I would like to say that I could run for president. Everyone could vote for me. I'm not going to be president. Like, I just have a feeling that everything is already some type of way, and it's been for a long time. You know, Elon's son died, I guess, from the woke mind virus. Really? First, let's start with this. Who has heard that Christopher Columbus's dad was a pope? I just saved on my watch list some shit about the pope, and I was like, I'm gonna watch this. Because he was, and let that sink in after reflecting the garbage we were taught about good old Christopher Columbus was a murderous, evil person. That's what I feel. I don't celebrate Columbus Day. Christopher Columbus. Never liked him, but yes, that is a good point. Christopher Columbus. We're going to make him seem like a wonderful person. Look, there's some hard truths I heard about Abe this morning, and I was like, well, I didn't know that, but now I do. Still love you, Abe. Actually, I wanted to see something really quick. Different. That was in Springfield. The other one was in New York. Definitely want us to think outside the box. So what do you guys think? Is there a pro to this? The local food programs were created by Biden as a way to support local farmers and ranchers while also feeding families hit economically during the pandemic. Oh, other fun news. Did you know, guys? Did you know that this came out now, this study that basically, I feel like, what did they say, linked a lot of the COVID passings to pneumonia from using ventilators? That it wasn't actually COVID. Did you guys, there's a scientific study. I don't have it on here, but I meant to. Think outside the box. No. They want us in the box and they want it cemented shut so we can never get out. And that's the problem, right? That is the problem. That is just so wild to me. Oh, here it is. Bombshell study published in the Journal of Clinical Investigation confirms ventilators killed more COVID-19 patients than the virus itself, triggering deadly bacterial pneumonia in ICU wards and vindicating conspiracy theorists who've been sounding the alarm for years. Now, I don't speak about this often. I don't, because I know many people who have gotten very sick and also who have passed. I know people who have recovered from it. So everyone has their own unique story. I just wanted to share this for food for thought for you guys. So major clinical study reveals ventilators killed more COVID patients than the virus. And this was fact-checked by the People's Voice community. It was always the ventilators, exactly. So I'm just sharing that with you guys if you wanted some food for thought this morning. But in this world, and I believe when I have anger, it's not anger because of other things people get angry about. When I feel anger, and this is why I always say channel your anger into some sort of passion, because my anger, a good way, but my anger comes from injustices and bullshit here on earth. That's where all my like squashed animals in the road and mean people and shit, like all that stuff is what really gets me going. I want to be president of earth. I think I'd be amazing at it. Whatever I hear in the mainstream media, I research. Sheep no more. Everyone needs to do their research. Exactly, but that's it. It's like I in the morning, I go to Fox and ABC and I look at all the different, because I want to see and I never used to, and I don't watch the news. Don't get me wrong. I could feel when the news is on somewhere and I'm like, but it's important for me to stay informed because I feel I need to keep you guys assured that everything is going well. And then if you notice me panic, then you can panic. But that's true. Your mainstream media, all of Earth. This is why I was thinking again this morning. I'm like, that's why this is my version of Prison Planet, where like truly, what truth is there? What truth are we getting? What is history? We're controlled by substance and medications and everything else instead of healing, frequency, love, vibration, all these things, all the things that we took away and distanced ourselves from, connections with people, energy, knowings, intuition, all this stuff. And we got the brain involved, and that all got in the way, and not for good either, It was always everything but the virus itself, I believe, not to mention the vaccine. You know what they were doing in Texas? Texas's numbers for COVID were extremely high, but their death rate was low. Now, I went to Houston during the pandemic, and they were treating, I remember reading, they were treating it, instead of with that, they were treating it with like aspirin, vitamin C, and vitamin D. And people were surviving. It's wild. Everyone takes zinc. Zinc is very good for you. I use fermented zinc. I think it's very much helped with my complexion. For some reason, I was breaking out. For some reason, ascension symptoms. Anyone else feel like throwing up? Oh, Chandra, I'm sorry. Perimenopause, another one I've seen lately, is a side effect from the jab. Oh my gosh. I've heard a lot of women with issues after that. Now, don't get me wrong. You hear about like the measles and some child in New Mexico getting it because they were unvaccinated and stuff like that and passing away. And, I think about that too. And I'm like, my kids are definitely vaccinated. I was vaccinated and stuff, but what's in them now? Instant bliss. Yes, I'd like to listen to that one. Instant bliss, endorphin boost. Okay. All right, guys. So, and then one of the other things that pisses me off is your 5G towers. And I talk about this all the time, but this is, the warning label on a 5G tower. I'll post it afterwards. I've been saying I'm going to do it, but I was waiting to get another picture of a very low 5G tower because they're everywhere now. You guys, they used to be way up in the sky, but guess what? They're coming down, killing trees and frying your brain cells. So, exposure can cause to 5G. These are the only ones they list right on. If you are able to get close enough, this is the ones that are listed right on the tower. So headaches, insomnia, cognitive fog, fatigue, tinnitus, vision problems, heart issues, flu-like symptoms, muscle and nervous system problems, all of it, your whole body. We should be pissed off. We should. I'm sorry. I don't need self-service so badly that I'm willing to sacrifice my brain and my body's health for it. Anyone? I never vaccinated JJ from COVID. Oh, yeah, no. Everyone has their own stance with that. I know people who are vaccinated and they swear by it. And I notice they also tend to watch one group of the media. I know people who are not, and they stand by that. That's the other group. It's so weird how divided the world is right now to me. It's against everything that I'm here for. All this division. It's so weird. It's very uncomfortable to me. But I believe very much we're at the point where it's really hard to get people to see something bigger, which is that this is an illusion. This is a created experience meant to divide us all. That's why it's here. Stay away from your 5G towers. Not an upgrade from 4G. 5G is weapon-grade technology used to connect to all your smart devices, secret materialized armaments, and residential technology to the lot. So thousands of scientists around the world are calling a halt to the implementation of this 5G because of the known health risks of electromagnetic frequencies. But the government is rolling out the implementation without any health studies because there are trillions of dollars to be made. Trillions of dollars to be made. 5G directly affects your skin because your skin acts as an antenna right? 5G can fragment your DNA. It affects your immune system, your endocrine system, your heart, your brain, your sleep, your nervous system, every facet of the human body, as well as animals and plant life. 5G towers, animal and plant life. I have bumps on one of my arms, but they're never gone away. No shit. It's weird. There's formaldehyde in those things. There's heavy metals. But anyways, every facet of the human body, as well as animals and plant life, there is no greater threat to our health than the 5G technology. I agree. I agree with that, and your own stinking thinking, to be honest. 5G runs on millimeter waves, approximately 60 hertz, so it does not penetrate walls or mature trees easily, which is why they need to install more towers in denser numbers and why many trees have been cut down. So there's more information on that online if you guys want to look into that yourself. But me, I don't like 5G. There's something I'm very against. I've heard RFK talk about it a bit, and I enjoy listening to him speak of it too. I heard we've had 5G forever. They're now only telling us. I don't know about that. I don't know if I believe that we've had 5G forever, at least not used in this way that it's being used now. You know, I don't believe it's used in the way it's used now. So I think everybody's meant to divide us. Everything is meant to divide us nowadays. Literally, that's part of this whole thing is like, well, divide and conquer. Yeah? Divide and conquer. That's what it's about. But then why are we... So good news on the tax stuff on Fox News, and then ABC's talking about how we're pulling all this food stuff, you know, and I'm just like, eh. And now I'm going to forget about it, and I'm going to go to my dentist appointment and work just happy as a daisy, you know. Hi, Tammy. Let me get onto cards, too. Shit, I forgot. Forgot I had a whole list for that. My bad. How many people fell off? I didn't trust the vaccines, so I refused to get... I won't take any vaccines for anything since, you know, like with my kids even. And I have not been into all this, but something intuitively told me that I wasn't going to get the H1N1. I wasn't going to give it to my kids, even though that was a big deal. Like everybody was running out to get it and lining up outside of schools and lines to get it for their kids. And I'm like, I'm not getting, no. Like I just, you know, and the HPV and things like that. Like I stuck with the OG ones, and now I'm just like, okay, what can I do with the knowledge that I have to help my children? My daughter's tough though, because literally she doesn't take supplements. She doesn't like to eat. She is so hard to get healthy stuff into. I don't know. Anyway, now let's look at some other fun things. Thank you guys. I'll have to go back and read comments. I appreciate you guys. You guys, here's the biggest thing I meant to talk about. This should have been my headliner. SpaceX. I almost created a post for this, but I have to be careful not to offend anybody. So I prefer to offend people in person on here. But SpaceX to launch a rescue of 2 astronauts stuck in space is scubbed. Now they're not being rescued. Are they in space? You guys, yes or no? Just, are they in space, yes or no? These people floating around with their Santa hats upside down with beach balls falling and her hair super glued and shit. What do you guys feel? Are they in space? I wish my kids, I never got even the OG ones. Yeah. I don't, you know what? I see in everyone's situation is different. My son was in the PICU and at, you know, emergency rooms and shit all the time because he had such sensitive lung and breathing stuff. So for me, I feel like that worked best for him, you know, when he was growing up, but everyone's different. And here's the thing though, is yes, how old are your kids? Vaccines have changed over time too, right? So what's in them that wasn't before? What can we do now to combat those things we've already put into our body? Heavy metal detox, cleanses, things like that, you know? We can't go back in time, so we do our best with what we have. Let's talk about knowledge. What can detox us? What can cleanse us? What can, you know, keep our kids happy and mindful if we can? It's hard. I got an 11-year-old daughter. It's so hard, you know. Super glued hair. You have not heard that one? It's ridiculous. You guys have, if you haven't seen, I wish I could post them all on here of like the space mission where the mouse is running around on the outside and shit of the spaceship in outer space. I'm like, how come he's not floating? Why is he on here? You know, shit like that. Or like where they're, it's the NASA bloopers. You could probably go find a whole video on YouTube of NASA bloopers where they're like all upside down, but then you could see people point out like different shit that's like, well, that shouldn't be happening. No, thank you. So here we go. SpaceX is not rescuing the astronauts floating in space. Just floating up there with their Santa hats. Left in June. You guys, I know this is a tiny spaceship, but just in case we get lost in space, gonna need you to bring these Santa hats, okay? Bring you some cheer when you're up there in space. Baloney! I don't care what anyone... Oh, they just packed Santa hats in there. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. You're going to space. You need all the space you can get on your spaceship for important things. No? Managing ADHD for somebody's very hard without meds, but not my kid because he likes to play. Yeah, it was ADHD. I've been diagnosed with so many things over the course of time, and then I realized in my work and in my journey and in the spiritual knowledge I've gained over time is that all the things that are different in all of us, it's because our souls are all freaking different, guys. Our souls, our experiences, and that's through all of time. Whatever that is, you know, that is all of the experiences we've ever had that have made us into who we are, especially in this particular lifetime, right? So, and there's different groups of us who come here that carry certain stuff with us. You notice a lot of the kids, a lot of it, of course, is like technology and advancement of humans and stuff like that. But a lot of it is just part of their soul group and who they are. How are they the same size? What are they eating? They're eating powdered meals, you're right. Or are they out of those too? You guys, go look up the Challenger. All of those people, and I know this is freaking crazy, all of those people who are on there have identical twins, some with the same names, who went on to teach at colleges and universities, guys. It's all weird. All of it is. I could talk about this shit all day long. Give me more. I like to think. Okay. So Kelly, darling, if you're still there, sorry guys, I'll try to plow through these. I gotta be mindful of time too. Oh my God. So Kelly, life source, when life comes to a standstill, it seems, turn inward and focus on joy and excitement and happiness. Your inner light keeps everything alive and moving as it always does. You've always got that flame. We just sometimes need to put an accelerant on it. And what is that? Well, embracing a passion, doing something you love, connecting with people, all kinds of shit. How can SpaceX save them? Those rockets keep exploding, leaving the atmosphere. That true. And there's the Van Allen belt or whatever. Is that what it's called? Did I remember correctly? I wonder if they have dehydrated nachos. And would they taste like that? Dehydrated nachos. They're still the same size. You're right. Well, shouldn't have packed those Santa hats. Could have packed in some powdered ice cream or some shit, you know? Unbelievable. People getting their interview from them, they can't get the astronauts back. I don't know, but what I love is when we first went to space and we called them on a landline. Beep, beep, boop, boop. Hello? Yeah, are you on the moon? Oh, awesome. How was it up there? Okay. All right, thanks. You see any stars? Calling from the White House. Gonna hang up now. Bye. All right, so that was Kelly. Moving on. All of reality, but I find it amusing in a lot of ways. I find Earth very amusing at this point. Like after all of the time, like I've had my worries and fears over the course of time. I've had my I don't give a shit, I'm living in bliss. And now I'm having fun with it, honestly. I'm having fun with all of it, looking at the news and stuff, seeing what's going on. But here's the one thing again I don't do is I don't worry at all. Not one bit. I don't stress, I don't worry. None of that. Not concerned. Not concerned for our future. ABC News, Fox News, whoever else can report, there is a mothership heading right towards Earth right now. And you know what I would say? Baloney. 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 That's what I'd say. So Elon and Biden are blocking him from sending rockets there to get them. But who knows, man? How are they going to make that happen? It's not like a car that you're going to pull up next to. How the shit are you going to get them? You're in space. You just pull right up. Hey, guys, open the door, come out, get in. All of this sounds ridiculous. But don't these rockets keep exploding? That's because, I'm telling you, outer space isn't outer space. It's inner space. It's inner space. It may sound bonkers, guys, but look, I'm going to erase, good thing I don't have a memory, but I'm going to erase a lot of the shit I learned in school besides like reading and writing and stuff. Because it's all a bunch of hogwash. All of it. Video. Okay, so the other day I seen a third person in a video of those people. I was thinking, what the fuck? Oh yeah, the one in the background who's just like coasting around. Do you guys want me to post the bloopers on here? I just don't want to. And here's the thing too, is I think I want to post these things, but I don't want to upset anyone. But I'm like, at the same time, it's interesting and I want to share it. And this is my energy. I find this stuff interesting. I'd like to, but not everyone knows me like you guys do, you know? A big mothership heading towards us right now, actually. Oh, is that the one that's going to be here in 40,000 light years? What is a light year? Give me a break. What are they, just procreating the whole time? It's like the great-great-great-great-great-grandma who gets here? Or who left, and then, you know, it's her great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter who gets here? Of the alien species? They don't want to, what the hell do they want to come here for? They don't want to come here, I promise. Yeah, who cares who upset? You're right. That's right. Not everyone, although I still am careful about some of the things I say. All right, so that was Kelly. On to Victoria, darling. You are complete. Oh, that is so hard to feel sometimes in the shitty earth experience, but it's true. You are complete. You are not broken. Nothing is wrong with you. Don't spend your life fixing problems. Dwell into the beauty of your being. I don't need to go back and fix all the shit I've done. I see who I am today, and I'm going to dwell on that. I'm going to dwell on the good person I am. I'm going to do those things, right? So you are enough now and always. Perfect affirmation. I am enough. I am more than enough. You know? Yeah, that stuff is out there anyways. Yeah, okay. Let's see if I do it. On to Tori. All right, let's see if I do it. But then I think, too, I'm like, you know, there's no, in reading, you know, Florida Sky Watchers and stuff, and they're having issues, I'm like, there's no good platform for we the people, you know, where it's not just, you know, there has to be some form of moderation, but it's not the moderation they choose to have, like prevent screen shooting. That would be amazing. Thank you so much. You know, it's a moderation like, oh, we don't want you talking about this shit. So it's labeled as misinformation by our fact checkers. Who are your freaking fact checkers? Are they in heaven? Because those are the ones I trust. Thank you very much. I would have seen an allergist and allergics. I'm just crazy. Another organization requires flu vaccines. Yikes. Well, I got a flu vaccine when I was pregnant because I wasn't planning on getting one. I never had gotten a flu shot before, but the nurse was like, well, you should get the flu shot because you're pregnant. You don't want to get sick. And I'm like, really? Is it dangerous? Like, yes, if you get really sick when you're pregnant, you could lose a baby. I'm like, well, then yes, give me the flu shot. Yes, please. You know? It's wild. Hi, Dorothy. Maybe some people will open their eyes and see the truth. Okay. That is a brave thing for me to do, honestly, because my page is just very neutral all the time. But it's just food for thought. It's just food for thought. I'm not saying anything is real or not, because who the F knows? Nobody here knows the absolute truth. Not one damn person on this earth knows the well, unless it's the Rothschilds, but knows the truth. Who knows the truth, you know? All right, let's get on to Tori's card. And actually, I wanted to talk about this. Since I got on a tangent about 5G, it just makes me so damn mad. Everyone's sick. Everyone's sick and tired all the time. Everyone's got body pain. Everyone's got endocrine problems. Everyone's got nervous system problems, dementia, Alzheimer's, ADHD, all this shit. Why do you think it's all at a high? It's not for nothing. It depends on who's cutting the check. Yep, that's right. I don't believe fact checkers for shit. You know how I check my facts? I check with spirit. I ask my pendulum. What would you guys like to know? So I'm not Mary Todd. I was surprised by that, actually. I'm not Mary Todd reincarnated. I was like, that would explain, like, my weight issues. Just kidding. Anyways, so I saw something the other day I forgot that I was watching, but said that if your group page is set to private, they cannot do screenshots. I want my group page set to private, but there's no way to do that anymore because of the way my page is set up. Believe me, I would love that. But if somebody knows some sort of hack where we can make that happen, then, you know. Full moon, lunar eclipse in Virgo. Due to the solar storm's cosmic energy, too, this will be supercharged for the next 72 hours. How do you feel? I'll tell you, today I feel better than I have, but also I've had stomach issues for like the last 2 weeks. I believe it's my gallbladder. I for sure believe I thought I was going to die last night for a moment. It was like literally 3 minutes and then I was fine. The situation again, I know a few people are. So, full moon lunar eclipse is a cosmic reset, bringing sudden clarity, powerful revelations, and life-changing shifts. The universe is clearing away doubts, opening new doors, and pushing you into alignment with success, love, and purpose. Yes, that sounds amazing. We should all have that. That sounds amazing. It's kicking my butt. Is that? Earth kicks my butt for sure. Just in general, I think about it a lot where I'm like, okay, I'm doing all the things. I changed my diet. I changed my activity level. I changed literally all the things, mostly. And like, nothing has changed within me. Like, I'm always tired. I always feel unwell. But again, I attribute this very much, and I believe very much it's because I am a high vibrational spirit, as a lot of us are, most of us are, you know, high vibrational spirit in a very low density, anger, hatred, sadness filled experience. So I don't feel good. I haven't felt good, and I couldn't even tell you how long. You know the days I feel good? When I'm really positive that day. So I live in being really positive about things. It combats it a little bit, you know, and then I do my healthy supplements. I drink my water, excuse me. You guys, I've had like one soda in the last 5 days. It's insane to me. But I'm liking water. Now, this isn't plain water. I have to put flavor in it. I'm working my way into water. Are comments able to be seen from our friends? Like, does Facebook have them show up on our feed, friends to see? What does that mean? I don't even know. It's cloudy here in Utah. I'm sad I won't be able to see the eclipse. I think cloudy here. But it's going to be like 80 tomorrow, too. This is what I love about the Midwest. It's like, oh, one day it's 50. The next day it's, you know, 80. The next day it's 60-something. Then it's like 47. And then it's 75 again. Like, it's just insane. So I just wear the same thing all the time. I always wear the same clothes. You guys will notice, maybe every now and again I'll wear a t-shirt, but otherwise I'm wearing the same clothes. So, and now honestly, I think is this like also where the blood moon, that's supposed to be at like 2:30 in the morning, I think. The universe is clearing away doubts, opening new doors, all these things. So fated encounters, career upgrades, emotional breakthroughs are happening fast. Relationships transform. Truth is revealed, and long overdue endings create space for something better. Long overdue endings. I was thinking about that this morning. Sorry for shouting. Okay. If the page isn't private, your comments show. What do you mean? Are you worried? The eclipse. Okay, so let's look. What time is the eclipse supposed to happen, guys? Do I have that actually? Hold on. So this is an opportunity. Divine timing is happening, shaping your future. The moment to trust, take bold action, and step into the most aligned, abundant, fulfilling chapter of your life. Everything is now shifting in your favor. Yeah, so 2 to 3 a.m. Okay, so I think I read this morning. So here, moon will turn red for 1 hour Thursday night. So that's today. It's Thursday. Holy shit. All of North and South America will be able, there's maps you can find online that shows if you should be able to see it or not. Between 2:36 a.m. and 3:31 a.m. Eastern time Friday morning. So that's 1:26 a.m. Central, 12:26 a.m. Mountain. That's my birthday. But I'm not in the mountains. Oh, you're not worried. You're okay. Lunar eclipses occur when the Earth passes between. So, yeah, this is due to the lunar eclipse. You won't need glasses or anything. Yeah, did we need glasses for the other one? I looked at that. I was like, oh no, I hope my retina aren't screwed up. You're welcome. So, all right. Well, I'm hopefully not going to be up. But you know what usually happens when there's like a full moon or some shit? Because I leave my curtains open at night and I'm close to the sky because I'm in a high townhome. So, I'll wake up and it's really bright in my room and I look and it's the full moon and I'm like, holy smokes, the moon woke me up. Yeah, should have seen Utah going for Utah. I was thinking about that this morning because I think you or Tammy said something. I'm like, Utah's weather sounds similar to Illinois'. Illinois is interesting in terms of history. And again, the documentary I watched this morning is Lincoln Divided We Stand. It is very interesting. I saw it on Discovery Plus. But so no new news about Casey Anthony. Bummer. All right, so genetic manipulation is very much a thing. I believe in that so much. So, during a total lunar eclipse, you're seeing the light of all the Earth simultaneously, sunrises and sunsets projected onto the moon. Whatever that means. Go look it up. All right. Now moving on to Liz. All right, guys. Yeah, I don't know. And somebody posted, actually, here's a funny story. So I have a Ring doorbell because of the stalkers and stuff, but I have a Ring doorbell and somebody posted, it's almost like a group too, you guys, where somebody could post in your neighborhood. Like there's always some shit going on. Like, anybody hear gunshots? It's always fireworks, you know, but somebody posted, anyone know what they're spraying us with? And like, it's a picture of an airplane with contrails behind it. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. So I read the comments and people were like, those are called contrails. And there was a couple people, and you can like the comments too. There was a couple of people who were like, those include aluminum and barium and blah, blah. I was like, oh my God, thank you. Like, and there was a bunch of people who liked their comment too. And I was like, thank you. So it's not everyone. It's just like, no, contrails. And you can head over to Florida Skywatchers, guys. I'm telling you, there's some very interesting things there. All right, so now on to Liz, my darling. Well, hello, Brandy. Let me look at the time and see if I have time. You see the solar eclipse better if you have the glasses. Do ya? I was expecting it to get all dark and shit by me because we were supposed to have like a really high coverage percentage, and we didn't. And I was like, bummer. But it was clear as day. I have it recorded, actually, and the anniversary of that is coming up soon. 126. Sure, I think I can do that, Brandy. I'll put you on an overflow list. Different color pen. All right, so Liz, darling, let go. Let go. So let go of negative people, toxic beliefs, these kinds of things. Your time on earth is precious. Invest wisely and be mindful of who you spend time with. That's right. Don't surround yourself with people who dim your shine or low vibrational, because that will always affect you. You want to be around people who are uplifting, who resonate with you. Yeah? So Liz, onto Amanda. And also let's talk about signs you've met someone from your soul tribe. And we've talked about this before, and I'd like to say again, we always incarnate with the same large group of people. This is our soul family, right? These are the people we choose to keep close through all the different lifetimes, and we will incarnate with them in different capacities. Sometimes, a lot of the time, switch it up. I mean, it's hard to understand that we do have eternity, right? Time is not limited. But we come back. Oh, I had this bond with somebody. I just instantly had a bond with somebody. Well, why do you think you instantly had a bond with somebody? You know, it's somebody you've met before. Mosquito spray, well, that too, but it was on an airplane, and I'm just like, yeah, they do that too here. You know, isn't it wild though that like the company that owns Roundup with all that cancer stuff also is all under the same umbrella as the people who own Big Pharma. Anyways, so they mirror or have similar experiences as you, helping you to understand your situation better or helping you to shed light on theirs. So your soul group, you guys go through a lot of the same things. So everybody I meet in my sessions are part of my soul group, I feel. So yeah, I relate to a lot of people in some way or another, which is another reason why I love my job. And all of the shitty experiences I've had in life. I would not take any of those back because they made me who I am today, which helps me to be better at helping others. So, also people in your soul group, I think I switched the topic I wanted to talk about, guys. Sorry. Anyways, they highlight your personality traits, helping you to change and to grow, right? Not to be different than your genuine self, but to help you to grow and to change, to embrace that part of yourself. Onto Amanda. So rejuvenate yourself, darling. Know your limits and allow them to guide you. We all have them. I need healthy boundaries with my limits. You're welcome. Texas likes to jump around in temps like that, but the range is wider. We've been going 80, 90, 40, 60. Blech. Okay, so I'm not going to complain too much about here then, although I'm going to keep an eye out and see if I see some dramatic ones in there like those. Okay. Maybe I don't feel so bad for myself anyway. Also, again, like I live, when it's summer, I put on the air. In the winter, obviously, I put on the heat. So I can get away with wearing all the same clothes all the time. It's always temperature controlled for me. So, Amanda, rejuvenate yourself. Love it. See, if I pay attention, I can keep track of what I'm doing, I feel like. Sherry K. So your soul group, people from your tribe, they help you to turn your weaknesses into strengths. Yes, they do. Turn your weaknesses into strengths. That is so important. They balance out your energy and show you a different side of life. Different side of life. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Aw, Tammy. I love that. Insane. That's why I love you so much. All right. On to Sherry. So Sherry, where there is hope, where there is hope. And hold on a second. What other fun things that I wanted to talk about today? You guys. Bah. Did you guys ever look into the dolphin stuff? Eek. All right. I did. And do we believe in mermaids? You've been turning off the heat lately. I love the chill. I love it. I love it a little chilly too, which is weird. So I keep my house always, whether it's winter or summer, right about 67, 68. That's what I like. Now my office, it's an old building and I'm not in control of it. So sometimes I walk in there and it's 1,000 degrees. Other times I walk in there and I'm like, I wish I would have brought like mittens and shit, you know? So where there is hope, Sherry, where there's hope. So don't believe the past defeats or disappointments will keep you from succeeding. Oh no, those are not for that. That is to strengthen you. It is to strengthen you, test you. Tell the universe wants to know, are you willing to work for it? God, the universe, whatever. Again, as I like to say, our intuition is God. Brain is the devil. Thoughts are demons. So true success grows from the lessons. Hopeful heart never gives up. Yes, especially because we owe it to ourselves here on earth. It is so hard here. I ain't giving up on that shit. I have worked too damn hard to get where I am. Yeah? 65 is perfect. Yeah. All right, so on to Robin. I'll do collective cards at the end. So next, soul group, they help balance out your energy and show you a different side of life. Love that. Moving on, they can highlight a need for you to heal or let go of certain emotions. Can help you along that path somehow, right? The feeling of knowing. You ever meet somebody and you feel like you know them? You know? Comfortable. Just absolutely comfortable. Now, also, I'd like to say this too. Not all of them are. So you could recognize a soul in disgust when you meet them. If I could talk today. 73? Holy shit, I'm sweating balls if it's 73 in my house. Are you serious? 73? Do you walk around naked? Is that why? Dolphins help deliver babies too. That's a more positive thing to... Okay, thank you. Unstable... Mentally unstable NASA researchers. Yes. NASA. Operation Paperclip. Walt Disney. Space Race. All the weird shit. It's nice to feel like you belong. Yeah. You guys, how many people felt like they didn't belong for a long time in life? You know? Girls never liked me for some reason, even though I was always so nice. Like, when I first met my ex-husband, like, all his buddies... Their girlfriends hated me for like no reason at all whatsoever. Like it was always that way for me. And I never understood it because I'm like, I'm just a nice person, you know? It was met with a lot of adversity in life. But anyways, I also felt like I was weird because I was told I was weird, and different because I was told I was different, and ugly because I was told I was ugly. Like I did not fit in anywhere. I also always wanted to go home not knowing what home meant. But now I understand it all, you know? It would turn the heat down to 60 and it would be freezing. I refuse to have a cold house. Damn, 73. 73 Dorothy's naked. That's what I'm saying. 73, it was like 70 yesterday at one point. I was like, it is hot as balls. I had to open the door, let the air in, without even having bug sprayed yet. All right. Dorothy. You can work together with your soul tribe to brainstorm and have creative ideas, and they seem to just work out better. It kind of provides that momentum versus somebody who's not part of your soul tribe just raining on your parade. All right, Robin. That was, okay, so that was Sherry. On to Robin. Oh, I don't have any more time for cards. Thank you so much for being here, though. Girls never liked me. I was blessed to meet my friend through kindergarten. Yeah, isn't that wild? Like, why? Yeah, I didn't really have a group. Like, growing up, I didn't have, like, a group of people. I didn't have, like, I wasn't lonely or anything. And then I joined cheerleading and dance and stuff, and I made friends there. But I didn't have, like, a group of people. And I certainly don't have any of the same people that I used to have. But now the connections I'm making now at this point in my life are connections that are lasting connections. Because, again, they're all that heart-centered stuff, right? I'm taking up calligraphy again because somebody bought me this. Somebody special bought me this. Just like Abraham Lincoln. Anyways, I met people like that, the ones I feel I've known forever. In high school, I met a girl who was a mortal enemy. I was positive I fought her in other lifetimes. God, I hated her. Yeah, I have a lot of trauma from high school, so much. I have a lot of, that's when I had my near-death experience. I mean, I've so much from that time, and for the longest time, I held on to a lot of that, and now I think about it, I'm like, how can I use this to help others? What time, and sometimes I don't even know the things that I'm going to need until the moment that I need them, you know, and it triggers something in me, and then I have the right thing to say, you know. Isn't it though? I haven't used it yet, especially I was starting to open this because I was like, I'm going to practice since I watched the Abe documentary this morning. And then I was like, wait, I'm wearing white. No. Christin put it down. Trust myself. Anyways. So on to Robin, Perseverance, because I don't think I did it. I'm going to have to go back and read all these. Very soothing for a pregnant woman. Just like a kitten's purr. Yeah? Kitty cats. So Perseverance, Robin, you have power within yourself to conquer all the challenges, girl. Any challenge that and come out stronger on the other end, right? On the other side. So trust in your resilience and your ability to persevere. Do you guys ever have dreams like that what is the farthest dream in time that you've ever had? Have you guys ever had like a Roman dream or like a Civil War dream? I keep having this one where like I'm a native and I'm walking around and it's just like it's frontier land. It's just basically like just open, but they're lush and they're green and they're beautiful. Trails and a horse. And I'm with like 3 other natives. I don't know. It's weird. But then I think I'm a ghost because then it goes to the same place, but with a road and a chicken joint and stuff. Anyways. You only get weird here. 5'2" and super petite. People say I'm intimidating. Trunk size. That's what one of my friends said. There's something that's called trunk size. People, you have to be careful out there. I'm very intimidating. I look super young for me. You do, actually. You're adorable. 5'2". I'm not much taller, but I mean, you know, a little bit taller. So perseverance. Of course, Robin, you have that. You always have the ability to persevere. So you always come out stronger. Yes, and that knowing that helps too. On to Jen, Kelly, Connie B, Doug, and Brandy. And then I'm out of here. But, all right, let's get on to the other things I want to talk about. Your Mercury retrograde is coming up too, just in a couple of days. I think that lasts till April 7th. I'm not going into retrograde afraid. I am going into retrograde going, great. Maybe I'll experience some communication problems. That's fine. Like, technical wise, but I am going to speak my truth. I'm going to be open to healthy communication. I'm going to be positive. Mercury retrograde ain't going to affect me, right? So your full moon, remember, eclipse happening overnight. If you feel like being up in the middle of the night, I do not. I do not enjoy being up in the middle of the night. So hopefully I'll be sleeping for that. Now, here's a funny story. Back to the fun news really quick. As I get onto John Kelly's card, Scott Peterson reported, who believes he's innocent? I watched the documentary where they're trying to prove he's innocent. I'm like, nope, you're not going to sell that to me. Guilty. So convicted killer Scott Peterson was on the losing end of a beatdown in prison over a dispute over pickleball. Pickleball's really making a comeback. Everybody loves some pickleball now. You don't look like a munchkin on camera. Do I? Not? Well, I am sitting down. I mean, I'm 5'4.5". That's what I told the doctor when I went. How tall are you? 5'4.5". You can say 5'5". I used to be, I think. But as we get older, our bodies shrink and our nose and our ears continue to grow because life is not fun or fair. Just kidding. Anyways, all right. So onto John Kelly. Are mermaids real? Are gnomes real? Are all these things? I'm telling you, what if this is just the mixing pot in between all the other places? You know? Earth being that. Let it be, John. Let it be. If you need to solve a problem, ask yourself, what is the simplest way to proceed? When you call forth the simplest path, it appears, and vice versa. So, okay. What is the simplest way? Or envision the simplest way, yeah? Full moon madness has taken full effect since Monday this week. You work in a nursing home? Where can I come? Is it close by? I love nursing homes. And I'm a minister, so I can come and do like cool stuff for them. And I can make balloon dogs. Believe it or not, I have all kinds of talents. Can I come? I live in Illinois. I always wanted to be a clown. I've been so many different things in life. I wanted to be president. I wanted to be a clown. I wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to be a scientist. I wanted to be a veterinarian. I wanted to be this. This is where I landed. Yeah, your 10-year-old. I know we're going to be looking for him in football soon. Yeah. 6 years or so. When you call forth the simplest path, it appears. Onto Connie, B, Doug, and Brandy. And then Collective Monroe. Oh, that's only a couple of weeks. I could make a day trip out of that. That would be fun. Do they like balloon animals? How crazy does it get there? When's the next full moon? No, seriously, I love doing stuff like that. It's my favorite. All right. And old people tell the best stories. It's absolutely my favorite. I sometimes get the lovely pleasure of walking people over into heaven when it's near their time. Trust your feelings. Connie, trust your feelings. Did you guys see something weird or no? Was there something weird right here a second ago? Or am I losing my shit? Anyway, so trust your feelings. You are unique. Your destiny is waiting for you to write your story and follow and pave your own path, actually. So follow your heart. Pave your path with your heart, metaphorically. So don't let others dictate who you should be. Yeah, gross. Trust yourself. Trust your feelings. Hi, Julie. My mom was a clown for kids' parties a while growing up. Dude, right? I bet that was a fun job, too. Nobody knows who you are. You can be goofy. I've dressed up as a mascot for fun before. I really enjoy that idea, too. Abraham Lincoln was known for his quick wit and his sense of humor. I believe I have that. Doug saying it's like tennis but indoors and not a tennis. Wait, you don't know what pickleball is? I don't know. I knew it from the Real Housewives. And then now all of a sudden they got pickleball at the gym. They got people playing pickleball paddles here and there. And I'm like, what the hell's pickleball? And I was so impressed with my old soul of a son who we were playing badminton when he was younger. He was really young. He was always so super into sports. We were playing badminton and he was like, Mom, where are the shuttlecocks? I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, the shuttlecocks, the things for the birdies, or the things that are for the rackets. I'm like, birdies? And he's like, shuttlecocks. And I was like, what the hell's a shuttle? I had to look it up. It's called a shuttlecock, not a birdie. I mean, it's also called a birdie, but did I have any close friends in high school? I was very shy, not popular, no support from parents other than expected to go to school because it was what you're supposed to do. Yeah. I have so many friends. I just like school so much, couldn't wait to get out. Same. I was like, I ain't even going to college. I have so many friends. Some very close, plus a lot of people I went to school with. I love it. Life and lessons are good. Absolutely. And that stuff is so fulfilling, isn't it? Genuine quality relationships, because we're not the same people when we're young as we are when we're old. I have some clients who have had like long-term friendships with people, and that's amazing. Not a lot of people have that. Not a lot of people do. I see your shadow, Abe's glass frame. So there wasn't something like right here though, like a white ball. No, I must have been losing my shit. All right, which is possible, I suppose. So trust your feelings, Connie. Right? No, shit. Was that Connie's? Did I read it? Oh my God. It is funnier to say, but he's like 3 or 4 at the time. I'm like, how did he know this? It was so weird. He was magical when he was little. He was just so creepy. The things he would say, I'm like, oh my God. He talked about relatives who passed away before I was even born, you know? So I hated school. I forced myself to get my bachelor's. Oh, you did the extra school, huh? I learned more through experience in school. That's exactly it, just like Abraham Lincoln. Like, you can learn and study and stuff like that, but do we need... Look, I consider myself very knowledgeable in this profession because I've been doing it for a really long time. I didn't need to go to school to do my work and be good at it, you know? I went to the school of hard-ass knocks, you know? So you hated it so much too. A lot of us, because it's that structure and that like confined environment and way of thinking and stuff doesn't resonate with us. Yeah. Plus all the social bullshit. Yeah, right. Robert John, you read a Connie B. Wasn't sure if it was for me. Connie. So wait, but I did read it. Okay. Well, this one's for you then, Connie. So trust your feelings. You are unique. Your destiny is waiting for you to write your story and pave your own path. Follow your heart. Don't let others dictate how you should be. I glitched. Sorry. Oh, who the hell is Lori Daybeds? Hold on. That Jesus came to her and her Chad will be released from prison. He is on death row and is being tried soon for the death of her brother and husband. She is so crazy. That is pretty crazy. It is amazing to have a childhood friend to this day. Her and I have been friends since kindergarten. We're now 61. See, that's cool. And I bet you guys were able to grow together or at least learn to experience each other, you know, in a healthy way. That's amazing. All right. So that was Connie. Trust your feelings. I want to hear your guys' opinion about this really quick. This is a community where we talk about everything. So I saw this whole thing. 4-year-old boy calls 911 after bad mom eats his ice cream. This is not the first time I have read one of these things. What do you guys feel about that? A lot of people are like, that's cute and stuff like that. Somebody commented, I'm going to have my kid call and say that my mom ate my lobster tails. I thought that was pretty funny. But what do you guys think about that? First of all, I don't know that we should be promoting that, but I've heard of buzzcocks before, but never shuttlecocks. Yeah, what is that? Daybell? Well, whatever. I've never heard of that person still, but sounds pretty crazy. I'm gonna have to look into it. They just change it to daybed. Autocorrect is the worst these days. It's just absolutely terrible. It auto-F things up. That's what it does. All right. On to B. Doug. B. Doug Brandy. Okay, so B. Pursue happiness. Yes, yes, yes. So pursue happiness. Never apologize for what brings you joy. Only you understand where you truly belong and where you can find your safe place, right? Follow your bliss. Yes, and she is. Amen. Yeah, I don't want my kid calling 911 for anything like that. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. First of all, I'd be embarrassed. Also, I just feel like my kids know better. They never would have picked up that phone to call unless there was an emergency, but that's just me. I mean, it's cute and all, but I feel like... And then the police officers brought him ice cream. It's like rewarding him for... I feel like a lot of the things you do are like felonies unless you're a kid, and then we reward you. I'm just kidding. Anyways. You're welcome, B. All right, on to Doug and Brandy. I just wanted your guys' perspective because I'm like, for me, I don't... Oh, there's bad storms coming, right? You guys, you have your shelters in place? So apparently with that warm up tomorrow, there's this whole storm line that's coming. Now, last time this happened, because I don't have a full basement, I had to prepare my partial basement for it, and nothing happened. And then I dismantled it because most of the shelter I built in my basement was storage containers. Anyways, it would be tying up resources when people are calling for a real emergency. Exactly! Like, if I'm waiting to get through to 911 because they're picking up ice cream from some kid who called because his mom ate his ice cream. I'm like, excuse me. All right. We're all entitled to our own opinions, too. That's what I love about life. Everybody has their own opinion. Everyone has their own perspective. Everyone can share, but we don't land in one place. We are expansive thinkers. That's why I ask questions like these on here. I'm like, I just want to hear what people say. In high school 35 years ago in gym, we learned it as a shuttlecock. No kidding. I also remember the story of how basketball was invented. Do you? Did you watch the new Kobe documentary that's on? Does anyone feel they took out Kobe? I do. I'm sure as a 4-year-old missing ice cream can seem like an emergency. I don't know what kind of spoiled child that is, but that should not be an emergency. Teacher cadet 911 for emergencies. Yeah, that too, but also... yeah, I don't know. Yeah, wild. All right. Ooh, I like this one. Doug, embodiment. Ooh. So now's the time to make your mark on the world. How much do we have to say this to you, Doug? You decide what feels right to you. Embody your leadership power. Create your world out of your deepest desires. Doug, what do you desire? What is in there? What is your passion? What is it? Do it. Just do it. You know? If you don't know what it is, I'm going to get upset with you. I'm just kidding. I would not. All right. On to the next, which is Brandy and then collective cards. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Also, there's a lot of... So over the past 20 years, the U.S. butterfly population has dropped by 22%, a dramatic loss that has scientists concerned. But on the flip side, the eastern monarch butterfly population has doubled so far in 2025. Okay, that's all the fun news I have for today. Now let's go ahead and look at our cards. That's better than the other stuff, yeah? I still want to understand the food thing with, if anybody could send me the pro of this, the Trump administration ending $1 billion program that allowed food banks and schools to purchase food from local farmers. I love our farmers. I need to understand that better. Who did the Lakers? I have not seen it. I was talking to a friend. I think the Lakers took him out. Well, maybe. Could also be because he was involved in some sort of supplement or something. Shit. I don't remember the specifics of it, but he was involved in some sort of supplement or lawsuit from a supplement or something like that. I could be saying that wrong. I feel like that maybe that's right, but I'm going to grow some butterflies. I've done it. It's so fun, except for one of them had a broken wing, and I was like, no, and it wouldn't fly. And I'm like, I'm devastated. So, and then I went like this. And then I pressed its wings together. I was like, please let my body, and then it flew off. And I was like, that's all that matters. Now you're out in the world. Good luck. But it's fun to do. Makes spirit guides freaking cuss like a sailor sometimes. That's okay. They understand your journey. They wrote it with you. Alrighty, guys. Brandy, simplify life, darling. So life is meant to be simple and easy. Don't let superficial energies distract you from your true essence. Yes, that's right. Your true essence is what matters. Simplicity and purity will lift your spirit. Amen. Hallelujah. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and do our collective cards. Got this one for that. And that's the thing, though, too. When we write these, our spirit guides know we are in for some shit. They do. And they are down for that ride with us, you know. And they want us to be more in tune to all those things. We got to slow down our mind and be open. All right. As in collective cards for today, 1, 2, 3 is our card for vision. And your path will not look identical to anybody else's. This is what makes you unique. Remember that as you stay on the path that feels connected, the path will continue to lead you to alignment, right? Also, shine bright, my darlings. It's never a mistake to give of yourself. Some will take it for granted. Others will take advantage of it. Do not allow bad energies to overpower your light. Never stop giving just because someone takes advantage of it. You've got to be mindful of that relationship, and you've got to change it, or mindful of what you've given and do things different in the future. All right, and finally, when was the last time that you laughed, smiled? Is this the same one I pulled yesterday? So laugh, smile, right? Have a good time. You've been seeing 1, 2, 3 a lot. I love that. Have a good time. This laughing is actually good for your lungs and your kidneys and a lot of your organs, believe it or not, your heart center. And you have a soul script that was written to be spoken, my darlings. Your story matters, and it's time for you to share it with the world. So speak your truth. Share your story with at least one person. Share something about your story today with one person. Be brave and speak your truth. Your voice will be the catalyst for healing in others. Amen. Oh, that spoke to me. That spoke to me. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. I'm going to have to go back and read comments because I feel like I missed a lot, but your engagement is much appreciated. I absolutely adore you guys. Let's go ahead and do our chakra affirmations. And I will be doing another spirit box, but I'm going to be doing it here just so you guys know. And that will probably be in the next 4 days or so. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let's go ahead, take a big deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, releasing tension, fear, anxiety, worry, anything that does not serve you. Why hold on to it? Just make you sick and crazy. Nobody wants to be sick and crazy. We have 5G for that. Am I right? And from our root to our crown, I am centered, I'm grounded, I'm safe, and I trust. I reawaken my passions. I'm creative. I share my gift with others. I stand in my power. I know my worth. I am valuable. I love and I let love in. I am love. I live in peace and gratitude. I speak the truth. I speak kindly to myself and others. I freely express myself. I honor my intuition. I honor the wisdom I receive. I see clearly. I embrace the unity of all things. I am one with all things. I am one with God, the universe, and all of you. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, thoughts are things. Keep them positive. You're so super deserving. I appreciate you, and I will see you next time.